What's going on, y'all? So listen. What's going on, y'all? Girl, listen. Hold on. I literally just woke up. I'm going to try to make this video light as possible because we do got at least one really, really heavy topic to speak on. And I'm going to speak on that at the very beginning when I get started. But girl, listen, and I would have put it separately like I did the Buffalo situation, but you know, we still don't know that much details that's going on with that situation, which is unfortunate, and it is so crazy. But we'll get on that. We'll get on that. But I just want to say, hey, how y'all doing? I hope y'all are doing well. I know this week so far for some people has been crazy, especially with all the news and, you know, stuff that's been going on so far this week. I just pray that we stay in as good a spirits as we possibly can and be around as much good energy as we possibly can. As y'all can see, I'm here. I'm at home. It's like it's 12:30. It's 12:30, okay? It was not my day off. I called off because bitches got me fucked up at work. Listen, ever since the page left, because she got fired, because she messed up, it threw the schedule off a little bit, you know, so that's fine, whatever. We got to take up little extra shifts or whatever, you know, not necessarily extra shifts, but we got to change the schedule around. But then this past weekend, my co-worker, the librarian, the children's librarian, she had her baby, okay? Now, first of all, I knew she was about to pop, but baby, I didn't know she was about to pop like that, okay? Baby, when I tell you Mama worked all the way up until it was her last day, and we didn't even know. And I think the baby probably came a little bit early, just slightly early, because Mama didn't take a week off or whatever. She didn't go on maternity leave before the baby came. You know, she was working. You know, and I love the fact. I like the fact. Let me just put this out here. It's some people that, you know, they, oh my God, I'm so pregnant, I'm this, I'm that, oh God, you know, they just let everybody know whatever. Mama didn't tell nobody. We just realized it when that stomach started growing, and we didn't acknowledge it. You know, we just treated her normally or whatever. We knew that she was pregnant, you know what I'm saying? Like, at my location, at my job, this is one of those jobs where, or I work with people that don't make big deals out of everything. So, you know, and for me, I'm a low-key person, and it makes me feel like, okay, cool. I ain't gotta, you know, go all out or whatever and be all extra fake, whatever. Okay, you pregnant or whatever. But, you know, we just treated her normally. She did what she had to do and, you know, never complained about anything. And, you know, she gave birth to a beautiful baby boy, and I just hope that she has a good recovery. And I know she glad that she is finally done with that, okay? Because mama was moving like she wasn't pregnant, okay? So I give her that, because actually that last couple of weeks I'd probably be laid up like, I ain't got time for this. I ain't gonna do shit else, okay? She was still coming to work. Meanwhile, you know, my boss, because of that, now we got 2 vacant spaces for the time being. So we're short-staffed severely. We only had 3 people at work yesterday. And now my boss is asking for overtime, if we want to do overtime. Girl, I ain't got time for it. I mean, I would, but I'm just tired because I've been doing overtime for the past few weeks or whatever. And it's just like, even my other coworker, was like, you know, at one point I used to enjoy coming to work, but now it's like, I'm thinking like, should I come or what? Because it's just like we all are. I feel as though we're all burnt out at this point, and that's literally what he said. And I said, you know what? That's exactly what it is, because ever since my location has opened, this new library has opened, we have not been fully staffed, but we have never been this low on staff. And I'm like, what's taking so long to fill these spots? I don't understand what's going on, but we gonna make it through. We gonna make it do what it do. And let me just put this one thing out here, y'all. And I had to start it off like that because, girl, I'm a little perturbed. And I know somebody probably going to be like, well, at least he reached out. No, fuck that. I literally, at 12-something, before I turned this camera on, and I know y'all like, damn, Ashley, get into the video. We is into the video. I got a text message now. If y'all know the issues that I've been saying about my father or whatever, my sperm donor, and saying that, you know, I haven't heard from him in a long time. It's been over a fucking year. Like, this man didn't even acknowledge my birthday, you know. And then my mama even asked him, well, did you know that it was her birthday? He was like, yeah. And still didn't say nothing. I haven't heard from you in over a fucking year, and you text me a few minutes ago. You're saying good morning. First of all, it's afternoon. And then you saying that you retiring next month. Hello, how you been? You okay? I know I haven't spoken to you in a long time or whatever. You want to chit chat or whatever? Okay, and because of that, I just want to let you know that I'm retiring. None of that. None of that. Why you texting me that as if I give a damn? I'm sorry. I'm a little turned off by that. I know somebody gonna be like, well, maybe that's his way of reaching out. Fuck that. You want me to acknowledge your retirement, bitch? Acknowledge me. Anyway, you know what? Daddy issues. We coming back. We coming back. Let's get into the video. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Somebody gonna be like, yeah, girl, I get it. But no buts. Just say I get it. Be on my side. Anyway, let's get into this video. Unfortunately, and I really do hate having to start What It Is video off with such heavy and depressing and avoidable, preventable news like this. Yesterday, while we was at work and school and doing whatever it is that we was doing, all of a sudden I saw people talking about kids getting shot. I said, wait a minute, what? And so at this moment, I go look on Twitter, because that's where we get all the information from. I go on Twitter, and that's all that was trending. A school in Uvalde, is that how you say it? U-V-A-L-D-E, Texas, okay? Robb Elementary School got shot up. And I was just like, wait a minute, what? And at that time, it was only like a couple of people had passed away, and it was 13 kids or whatever that were injured, and they were taken to the hospital. Not even 10 minutes later that I go back to refresh and trying to get some more information, I get hit with 14 kids are gone. 14 people are gone. And one of those people at least was a teacher. I said, what a minute? 14 kids? 14 kids. Not injured, but gone. Not coming home at all. Never seeing their parents at all. Never seeing anybody at all. And then as the day kept going on, at each hour, it kept increasing from 14 kids to 16 kids, from 1 adult to 2 adults. At the current moment, the total that I have seen, and I don't know if it's changed yet, as of today, is 21 people total so far that has passed away from this tragedy. 19 of those are children. 10 and under, I believe. An 18-year-old, I refuse to say his name because I'm not giving him that. You don't get the luxury of getting your name said. An 18-year-old who went to the UVAD, and I hope I apologize for not pronouncing the name right. The high school waited till his 18th birthday to buy an assault rifle. Mind you, that high school was just up there at that school the day before the graduating class, you know, doing a little ceremony procession, walking down, you know, greeting the kids and all of that. Everything seems cool. Nobody expected any of this to happen. This boy, because that's what he is, this boy killed, I don't know, did he kill the grandma? I know he shot his grandma first. Shot his grandmother, then came over there to this elementary school and basically killed the whole classroom of kids. Because I believe they said that most of the kids came from one classroom. that passed away. A teacher sacrificed herself trying to save the kids and protect them, and that's why she passed away. And then you have, this is a Republican state. You have people like what his name, Ted Cruz, still coming out, oh, this is messed up, whatever, but we don't, I'm not changing my stance on gun control. I don't see how gun control can, you know, prevent something like this. The boy was 18 years old and he was able to get an assault rifle. Why do you need an assault rifle just living in your home? You're not hunting. You're not in anybody's army. You're not in anybody's type of military. Why do you need an assault rifle as a regular person? I could see a little small handgun, a 9mm, a Glock or whatever. I can see that, but an assault rifle, automatic assault rifle, what do you need with something like that? How is it that he was so easily able to get that at 18 years old? At 18 years old. And I'm pretty sure he didn't go through any type of psych evaluation, any type of, you know, test or whatever to see if he can get that. They just get it. I never forget when Walmart used to sell those guns up in Walmart. Baby, all you had to go up in there and show your ID and they'll give it to you, bitch. I said, wow, I never forget. Like, they used to sell hunting knives, all types of knives, hunting knives and different other various knives or whatever, and various size guns, rifles, assault rifles, handguns, and all of that stuff, semi-automatics and everything in Walmart. And I said, y'all got this Walmart up in the hood. Why are y'all selling this shit here? I just didn't understand that. But next thing you know, some stuff happened and then they took it all out. But that has not stopped anything that's been going on. And it is a shame that people... You saw what happened with Sandy Hook, right? And it kills me that people still don't believe Sandy Hook was real, okay? At one point, that you saw what happened at other high schools. You saw what happened with Columbine. Columbine was my era. That was probably like the first time that I heard of a real mass shooting, Columbine, okay, at a school, that I was old enough to comprehend what was going on. And then ever since then, it's been a domino effect. They said we had like over 26 mass shootings in schools this year already, and we're only in May. The school year is about to come to an end, okay, from the majority of the country, you know, and it's just crazy. It's just crazy. I just don't understand and of course, they killed him. I don't know if he got killed, he killed himself, or they killed him. Either way, he's no longer here, okay? Whereas, you know, he was of Hispanic descent. I hope I'm saying that right too. And most of these kids were as well. And I already seen that, you know, they're going to make it an immigration issue. Okay. Because I already seen a tweet from some white lady talking about oh, because of his last name, was he here illegally? You know, is he bringing that illegal crime here? No, bitch. 9 out of 10, that motherfucker was born here. And he just was crazy for whatever reason. Somebody showed me something, said that, you know, he was on some app or whatever, and he had literally just took a cat and killed it, you know, and then said wait until Tuesday and see what's gonna happen on Tuesday, and nobody was like taking heed to it. And it's just like, what the fuck? And these people literally be putting these signs out there and nobody be saying anything and jumping on it. We cannot just sit back and let shit happen like this. And I know people like, you know, get gun control, but, oh, it's still going to be illegal guns out there. That, yeah, we can't stop that. But at least the people that are doing these things, they're not getting the shit off the street. They're literally going to the manufacturers. They're going to the sellers. And they're buying them. And then they're using them for mass destruction to inflict pain on many, many people, not just family, but the friends and the whole community around. And it's just so crazy that this is going on. Like, it takes people to feel some type of way because it was kids that was affected. And at this point, I just don't understand why the fuck would you target kids? Innocent kids that had nothing to do with you. At this moment, because the killer is no longer here, we don't know a motive. We don't know a reasoning. And I don't even give a damn about it, because whatever you going through, why would you take it out on innocent people? And then not just innocent people, innocent kids. But of course, you know, and I hate to put this up here, because the whole situation with the Tops grocery store and the black people, the older black people getting killed, that came and went. Because after I put my video up, I barely hear anything about it. Mind you, that was what, last week or a week and a half ago? That shit came and went. Nobody gave a damn about the fact that black folks was getting killed like that. You got people speaking up on other shit, you know, being upset about a fucking slap from Will Smith and being traumatized by that, you know, being so vocal about that shit. But yeah, when that whole situation happened with the Tops grocery, we ain't hear those same people coming out and saying, I'm traumatized by this. These innocent black people just getting shot and killed just from going to get food for their family. We don't hear nothing about that. They had to fucking bully Amy Schumer to say some shit. You know what I'm saying? Wanda Sykes, that you had something to say about that, since you so fucking traumatized about goddamn Will Smith getting slapped, your friend Chris Rock getting slapped by Will Smith? Did you have something to say about that? I don't follow these people, so y'all can put it down in the comments if they did. Okay? Judd Apatow, did you say something about it? I'm pretty sure y'all probably gonna say something about it now, because it's kids that's involved. But everybody should be afforded the same equal, you know, disdain about what happened and mention. Everybody should be afforded that same concern. Because whether it's black folks, whether it's the elderly, whether it's the kids, whether it's white, whether it's Hispanic, whether it's Asian, anybody getting their lives taken for nothing is fucked up in this country. There is no reason that none of those people should be not here. Those adults, nor these kids. No reason. And every one of those situations could have been preventable. To a certain extent, it could have been preventable. There has been signs, but nobody heeded those signs. Nobody took the precautions. And of course, yeah, people probably feel a little bit worse about the kids because they are kids. And they have yet to get out in the world and see. We don't even know what they would have been, because they couldn't even experience it. They couldn't even become teenagers yet. Those were purely innocent individuals. And he just took their lives for what? For fucking what? Y'all, I'm just so tired. Like, it's exhausting to have to keep on talking about. Like, it's like we talk about this all the time, to the point where it's becoming redundant, to the point that we're literally saying the same thing. We're all voicing the same fucking frustration, and nothing is being done. You got a particular party that just don't want to move. We ain't trying to, nobody is trying to take anything away. We just want restriction. We just want control, so that things won't get into the wrong hands so easily. That's it. Wow. My condolences, my prayers go out to all of the families, all of the friends, all of the communities that have been affected by this. Like, you don't hear this shit going on in other countries like that. We are over here, first world country, top in the world, and we cannot control shit. Baby formula shortage, poverty so fucking fucked up, homelessness is so fucking crazy, but we a superpower. We the best in the world. All right, I'm gonna move on. Because y'all see I'm gonna get pissed. I'm getting pissed because it's sad, y'all. It's sad, y'all. Let me refresh. Let me bring it back. There it is. There it is. There it is. Look at that. Girl, parched. Anyway, let's just move on from that. To some happy news. You know, Rihanna and ASAP are parents now. They gave birth, well, Rihanna gave birth to their child on May 13th last week. So, a bouncing baby boy. You know, people thought that she possibly was going to be having a little girl, you know, because they saw some pictures of her, you know, in the stores, you know, looking at girl clothes or whatever. But I do recall hearing that she said she didn't know what she was having. She didn't want to do a gender reveal or anything like that. She didn't know what she was having. So, you know, people instantly just saw her picking up a little girl item or whatever, a little dress or a little trench coat, whatever, and they automatically assumed that she probably might be having a girl. But it could have been her just looking at some stuff. But either way, congratulations. She got her boy. I just hope that they happy and healing and wish them all the best. Moving on from that, let me put this out here right quick before I forget, because I ain't even put it in my notes. I just think this shit just Brandy, brand new, I should say, ma'am. Now I get on Twitter and I see a tweet from Dustin Ross. Okay, if y'all listen to the Friend Zone podcast, Dustin on there, and he was like, you know, basically, I wish Brandy never would have put that freestyle out, because you are fucking Brandy. You ain't had to acknowledge Jack Harlow and all this shit. I mean, you know, you ain't have to do that. And I'm sitting here like, what are you talking about? So, of course, where I go in the shade room, whatever, and, of course, there's a snippet of the little freestyle. And I'm sitting here like, girl, it wasn't bad, you know, because, like, people come for Brandy and her rapping skills, but especially after looking at Queens or whatever, Brandy got a little flow. Brandy got a little flow, you know what I'm saying? Brand new, I should say, got a little flow. But at the same time, and it wasn't a bad thing, it was just like, girl, I know she's doing it in fun. She's doing it in fun. It's nothing to take serious or anything, and I'm not taking it serious. I just feel like this should have came out last week, okay? This should have came out last week, and with the whole Jack Harlow situation, it's a cute little, you know, y'all both getting attention from it. It could have, you know, you should have wrote that wave of momentum last week when we actually gave a damn about it. Like, girl, that's what you should have dropped that shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna murk you on your own beat. And she kind of did. Well, to be honest, it don't take much to, because if you listen to that album, if you even listen to that song that she did over his own beat, okay, like, girl, it didn't take much. But, you know, all the best to Jack Harlow. But, you know, at the end of the day, we had to, from the clip that I saw about the Jack situation, he didn't necessarily say that he didn't know who Brandy was. He just didn't know that Brandy and Ray J were brother and sisters. That's just what it was, okay? So, it's cute, but I just feel like she didn't need to do it. But maybe mama was a little bit bored and she wanted to play around. And it's just all fun and games. So, it was cute, but I just wish we would have had this last week when we actually cared. Because then I would have been like, bitch, I see you, okay? Even she admitted it. She was like, I know I'm a few days late. Yeah, you're a week late. But it is cute. It is cute. Brandy, go put out another album, because that's what the people want. With Brandy. Not brand new, but Brandy. Anyway, moving on from that. Update on this whole situation with the YSL and Gunna and Young Thug or whatever. Baby, they is trying to lock Chloe man up. I am so sorry. I'm sorry. I don't care how old it is. The joke is just gonna keep going. I don't give a fuck. I mean, it's a serious situation, but sometimes you gotta find humor in a situation so that you can stop from, like, being so pissed off and being so sad and crying about it. And I know other people's families are affected, but listen, ever since that whole linkage between Chloe and Gunna, she should have known that everybody was going to run with that shit. Even if you came out on the Breakfast Club in her little interview and said, no, we ain't doing nothing. We just friends and I'm single, girl. That don't mean a goddamn thing. Mama posted, you know, it's so hard out here sometimes, man. And somebody said, it's okay. He gonna get out soon. I said, leave that girl alone. But anyway, baby, they are really trying to get these motherfuckers. Okay, they just denied his bail twice. This is for the second time. Mind you, people was like, oh, he only got one charge, so what they doing? Y'all, these one charge, that one charge Just because a person got one charge don't mean nothing, okay? Them one charge can be serious, okay? And they can hold a whole bunch of years. And obviously they got evidence for them to be doing this and then denying bail for both of them. They haven't really denied bail for Young Thug, I believe, but it's like the hearing keeps getting pushed back to see, you know, and so he's still locked up. Gunna is in jail for now, and they literally denied his shit. They added more charges to both of them, okay? And Gunna is in jail up until January the 9th, 2023. That's when the trial is up. I said, that is crazy. On the one hand, I truly feel like it's fucked up. I'm like, God damn, these motherfuckers is at their peak, especially Gunna, okay? Like, Gunna, this whole year, this whole past few months before all this been happening, it's been Gunna this, Gunna that, Gunna that. I still ain't listened to most of this shit, but Gunna this, Gunna this, Gunna that, Gunna that, okay? His name has been out there, you know, he's been on carpets, he's been on award shows, he's been here, he's been there, like, he's really been doing it, like, as a new artist in the game or whatever, just making waves and all that shit, or fresh artist or semi-new artist, I don't know, but his name has been out there, and then for this to happen to just take you down, and now you finna be gone from the scene for months, for the whole fucking, bitch, he can't even have a hot girl summer. He finna be having that up in jail, like, what the hell? Can you imagine, like, you had your whole shit planned out, and you feel bad for the most part for a little bit. Because you thinking about the family, you thinking about the friends, you thinking about, you know, all the plans and stuff that they had, especially his family, because I'm pretty sure their families depend on them financially or whatever. And it's like, is this going to stop the flow of the money? Are we going to be able to pay our bills and all this stuff, especially the immediate family? Like if he has kids and a girlfriend or whatever, you know, that he's probably taking care of. But at the same time, we have to still think in reality and think of the fact that actions have consequences. And I know that we all live up in this age where people do things so that they can take care of their family, and we think sometimes when we do bad things that it's not going to come back. We got away with it so far, and it's been so many years since it happened. It's just gone. And sometimes you can, but sometimes you can't, especially when you become high profile. You become a public figure. So now you got the lenses really on you. You know what I'm saying? So I just, you know, you do the crime, you got to do the time, okay? And this is a serious matter. I know we make jokes or whatever, but this is a serious ass matter. And I hope that what is going on is that they are not being extremely harsh just because of who they are, but they are going about it because they actually got the real evidence to, you know, convict them or to have all of this stuff going on. Not trying to make examples, because we're tired of people trying to make example out of black people. Okay, we're tired of that. If they got the evidence, charge them for it. But if not, and if they're trying to go above and beyond, don't do that shit. Don't do that shit. We already said the justice system is fucked up when it comes to us. Don't do that shit. Okay, because all eyes are watching right about now. But they said he was in a command role. Gunna was out here in a command role, you know, telling people to do this, do that, or whatever, directing people what to do. I said, oh my God. So we thought that one little conspiracy charge was just that. And then they threw other shit on there. I'm just like, this is crazy. This is crazy. I wouldn't wish that on nobody. I hope they get through it, though. I really do. Moving on from that, Isaiah Lee, listen, sir, this is the guy that attacked Dave Chappelle, okay? Now, we got to backtrack a little bit. Now, Dave Chappelle, when he got attacked, he was like, oh, he trans. He wasn't trans. And then when, what's that man name, 50 Cent, kept on saying, now, what the LGBT community gonna do about this? And at that moment, you know, I felt like he was saying that because Dave Chappelle said that he was trans or whatever. And so that shit just took off. People couldn't tell sarcasm and the fact that he was saying jokes or whatever because, you know, I don't know if it's Dave Chappelle got an issue with the LGBT community. That's all I'm going to say, because, you know, you can't keep on joking about shit because and say that, oh, it's just jokes, it's just jokes. Behind a lot of jokes is true. okay, and how you truly feel. And if you don't fuck with it, you don't fuck with it, but you ain't got to keep on joking. Can you switch up your material or whatever? Fine, but that's not the issue. Come to find out, this motherfucker is not trans, as we already said, but he is bisexual. But here's the situation. He said what he got up in the court or whatever. He didn't get up in the court. He actually finally first talked out as his reasoning for getting up there on that stage and doing what he did to Dave Chappelle. I don't give a fuck if he was straight, if he was gay, or whatever, bisexual. It was a dumbass move, okay? And then for them throwing out, so what the LGBT, bitch, we don't claim that shit, okay? Yeah, we don't like some of the shit that Dave Chappelle said or whatever, but he ain't personally said to us, like to our goddamn face. He ain't threatened me. Okay, he ain't do none of that shit for me to get so goddamn pissed off that we want to rise up and go attack somebody. No, we can't be doing that. Okay, this he don't belong to us. We don't claim that motherfucker because he dumb. Okay, first of all, you are at a huge event sponsored by fucking Netflix. Okay, so of course it's gonna be goddamn security there already. Then you got Dave Chappelle, one of the biggest comedians on the earth right about now. Of course, he's going to have more security. So you took a risk for your own life to get up there because you was triggered by some of the things that he was saying. A whole bunch of us was triggered by some things that he probably said. Okay? We didn't agree with it. But that don't mean that we go take the matters in our own fucking hands and go bum rush the goddamn stage and then trying to say, oh, I wasn't going to hurt him. You know, I even though I had that thing on me, I wasn't going to hurt him or whatever. It was just for protection. You know, because I said for protection for what, sir? If you wasn't, then why you bring it? Why you bring it? And see, he could have got away with your dumb shit. And let me tell you something. If you already got some shit in your past, please make sure you don't do no dumb shit afterwards. That'll get your ass caught up. He is now not only getting charged or whatever, I guess it was a misdemeanor or whatever that he was getting charged with for the whole situation with Dave Chappelle. But now this motherfucker is finna get charged with first-degree attempted murder because apparently, probably like a year ago or so or whatever, he tried to attack and kill his roommate. But see, he got away with that. And you almost got away with the shit, but now you done put your dumb ass into the spotlight and now you done caught that charge. I said, you are fucking dumb. Lock his ass up, okay? I don't feel no sympathy for him. And I understand, like I said, it's a lot of stuff that people say that trigger people. But that don't give you the right to go ahead and put your hands on somebody. That don't give you the right to go attack somebody. Somebody that you personally do not know and who personally did not say anything to you. Girl, like, and see, we don't claim it. We don't claim it. You know, and they always say, you know, that's why the LGBT, y'all so sensitive and all this shit. Bitch, that motherfucker did that shit because he got some other shit going on. We don't claim that shit. We don't claim that shit. We don't claim that shit. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Moving on from that, Jamie Foxx. Girl, y'all was on Jamie Foxx's ass because he got spotted out with another white chick, okay? Now, honestly, I don't know if he has a history of dating white women. I know he was in a long-term relationship with Katie Holmes. We don't know if that's the only one. To my knowledge, that's the only one that I can think of. But other than that, I don't understand the surprise. I don't understand the shock. I don't understand the... This is what happens in Hollywood. Holly weird. Okay? And, of course, people want to say preferences. And if that's his preference, I ain't never hear him disrespect. As long as you ain't disrespecting black people and black women in general, I don't. You do what you got to do. Okay? Fuck off on who you want to fuck off on. That is your business. Moving on from that, did y'all hear about that pastor? This is a real life story, okay? These ain't celebrities. All right, it's this pastor. I got this off of lovebsky.com because I said, girl, what? I saw the video circulating, okay? And I listened to it. It was this woman who got up on the stage at a church and come to find out the church is called Love of New Life and Christian Church in Warsaw, Indy fucking Anna. That's right next door, bitch. That is right next door to us. But the pastor, John B. Lowe, that's his name. It's called New Life Christian Church. His name is Pastor John B. Lowe. I said, not John B. Not John B. Don't you heard how much people say? No, they don't know. They don't know because you up here lying. He got up there and basically admitted that he had an affair for the past 20 years ago, he had an affair. He stepped out on his wife or whatever. And you know how we feel, some of us that's not really into the church or whatever, because we don't want to, that's my thing. I don't want to follow a man, okay, a human or whatever, telling me what I should be doing and doing this and doing that, as if I'm supposed to be living a perfect life, but yet you're not following those same things. You got a whole bunch of skeletons in your closet too. You're preaching and teaching the word to the people, but yet you're not following yourself. And I wouldn't judge it so harshly because if people was just so real about it. But y'all present some of these pastors or whatever, these religious folks, they present themselves as so perfect and so holier than thou, as if they don't make mistakes, but then judge others who make mistakes, and they're the ones doing most of the sinning too. You're imperfect as well. Just because you're preaching the gospel, preaching the word, not mean that you're not imperfect. You're imperfect as hell. Okay, you succumb to the sins of the flesh as well. All right, and we would be a person like me would be more accepting to that if you would just be more honest, and admit that. You know what I'm saying? You got some people out here that's more real, but then you got some that's not. This motherfucker got his ass up there and basically said, yeah, I had an affair when I was 20 years ago. Yeah, it's kind of fucked up, and I'm just here trying to, put my shit out there. I should have said something sooner, whatever, but it is what it is. Next thing you know, mama get up there on the stage and she said, no, bitch, the person he's talking about, he had an affair with me, okay? And it wasn't an affair. This man took advantage of me. I was 16 years fucking old, okay? I was 16 goddamn years old. I've been living with this fucking trauma for my whole goddamn life. Mind you, she's married now, okay? And I said, is she's still a member of the church? I couldn't remember that, okay? I don't know if she just popped up this day or she probably was still a member. And, mama still said, listen, this is my fucking time. She said, listen, bitch, you're not finna get away with this. This was unconsensual. You knew what the fuck was going on. You took advantage of me. I was 16 years old. You was a grown-ass fucking man, okay? And her husband came through with her and was supporting her and was like, yeah, this did happen. It's not a fucking lie, what prompted her to say something was because she had a conversation with her brother too, who is dealing with the fact that, yeah, when he was younger, he came into the room and saw this grown-ass man laying up in her bed when she had her underwear on. They was in their underwears and shit. I said, so bitch, he was doing this shit up in the parents' house? I said, what the fuck is going on? Okay, this is crazy. This is crazy. And so, she just went on ahead talking. And then they was like, when he first started, confessing his so-called sins, whatever, this adulterous past that he had, they was like, the congregation still embraced him. Okay, well, all is forgiven. You admitted your sin or whatever. We all sin, blah, blah, blah. We're not perfect. But then when she gets up there, you got still some people that's like, tell the truth. Not to her, but to him. They were disgusted a little bit. Some of them. Telling him to just go ahead and tell the truth. If it happened, fucking admit that it happened. But baby, after all of this shit that went down, mind you, the whole service was live streamed. But when it got to that part, they cut it off. Somebody just so happened to be up in the audience and was filming the rest of it. So that's how we got that. And it got circulated on Twitter and social media. And so when this went down, he basically was like, it happened, okay? Like, it was 20 years ago. He really wasn't acknowledging the fact that you're a sexual predator. What you did was statutory rape, okay? What you did was take advantage of a child, and they still embraced him. They got together and said a prayer for him. And see, this is the problem that I have with religion to a certain extent because, again, people hide behind religion to do a lot of crimes and a lot of bullshit. This is what we have the priests that are up here molesting and raping kids, but instead of the head of it, getting rid of these priests and putting them in jail, reporting them to the cops, they move them to another parish. Okay? They move them to another, city, another church or whatever. And then regular, like churches or whatever, the pastor's doing this, the pastor's doing that, this is going on in this person's household or whatever, we're telling you about this, but instead of reporting it to the police, we're going to hide it. We're going to say God's will, you know, we're going to say God forgives. We're just going to pray it away. We're not going to take any other actions, but yet the shit keeps on going, but we're going to keep hiding it and covering it up and covering it up. I don't like shit like that. Okay? And so because this shit went viral, and had that shit not went viral, and whoever, thank you to whoever put that out there, because had it not been posted, he probably still would have been preaching, and they still would have just forgave him. But because it went viral, and because of all the backlash and everything that happened, the church or whatever had to send out a goddamn letter and basically said that he resigned. I said, ain't this some shit? Ain't this some shit? Mind you, he married, and I'm pretty sure he got kids too. I said, that is fucked up. That is fucked up. Y'all got to be careful who y'all out here looking up to and taking y'all teachings from and shit, okay? Moving on from there, I hope that lady get the help that she needs, all right? And I know that that probably was a big release off of her. Juneteenth is coming up next month. We got that day off from work. We was trying to get the day off afterwards because, bitch, don't everybody... Juneteenth is a Sunday. Everybody don't work on Sunday. So it's like, can we get Monday off? Shit. You know, or Saturday. You know what I'm saying? But no, we got Sunday off. Fine. Next thing you know, Walmart came out with an ice cream celebrating Juneteenth. And it was this packaging that threw everybody off. Happy Juneteenth. And it was the colors of brown, red, black, green, I believe. I guess you could say Africa or black folks color. I don't know. Okay. And it said Juneteenth. It's other corporations that's coming out with stuff pandering to Juneteenth. And I remember people got on Layla Hathaway's ass about what she said about this. It came out wrong, but I understood what she was talking about. Now I truly get it. She said, yeah, let's make this a federal holiday, but let's see how they gonna fucking try to capitalize and pander to us with our own shit. And that's exactly what's happening. So because of the backlash that they got, Walmart pulled it off the shelf. And to us, it was basically the packaging, because y'all not doing this shit because y'all really fucking care about fucking Juneteenth. You see a money grab, all right? And that's what all of these holidays are for. And you see Christmas stuff, that's a money grab. It's capitalism. You see Valentine's Day, it's a money grab. It's capitalism. It's money. It's all that or whatever. But then when it gets to like holidays that specifically geared towards a particular group, you have to be fucking careful that you are not appropriating, that you are not doing shit that just looks like you're doing it for fucking money and you're pandering to that particular sect. And that is exactly what they were doing, okay? I don't know what it was, but I seen something, they was like, it's the Juneteenth for me or something, it's the freedom for me or something. I said, bitch, yank that shit off the goddamn counter or whatever. We don't want that, okay? Just because it's Juneteenth, we don't need all of these items or whatever. And I know it's the same way, you know, that they capitalized off of the pride stuff. And I think that's what it was when Layla Hathaway said it. She was talking about the pride shit too. And it wasn't, because it kind of came off like she was a little homophobic, but that's not what it was. It was, she was saying how the companies take the pride situations, and when Pride Month comes through, it's a pride this, pride that, you know, the rainbow this, rainbow that, because it's money. You know what I'm saying? When in reality, a lot of us LGBT people, we ain't the one buying up the pride shit. Now, see, let me just explain. I know y'all see the flag back there, all right? Baby, that was brought when I was newly out, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, ooh, I had already had it. I just never did anything with it, so I just put it up, okay? But other than that, I don't buy pride stuff. I don't buy rainbow stuff or whatever. It's fine. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gay. It is what it is. Okay? You know? But we see what it is. All of this stuff is just a capitalist money grab. You know what I'm saying? It's that's all it is. Marketing ploy, all that pandering to a particular sect. That's all it is. And it's disgusting to a certain extent. It really is. The shit people do for fucking money. Anyway, y'all tell me how y'all feel about it. Y'all ban Juneteenth shit? Girl, moving on from there, let's get into Tank right quick. Y'all, first of all, I feel like Tank talk too much, okay? Tank will be in the goddamn shade room comments. Shade rooms or the neighborhood talk, but mostly the shade room. And when I tell you, no matter what it is, that man will give you a whole freaking essay in the comments, okay? But Tank was on Drink Champs, okay, with Noriega, you know what I'm saying? And he was talking about a various amount of things. I know one particular thing, speaking of gay people, LGBT, you know, about the fact that he performs at Pride, you know, concerts and stuff like that. And I absolutely have no problem with him doing that. And I do like the fact that he does it. And I like his viewpoint on it. The fact that he's comfortable enough in his sexuality. And just because you do these events at Pride or whatever does not mean that you're gay. Does not mean anything other than you respect the people. You giving them a show. And you're getting your money. And you're getting the fuck out. What's wrong with that? You know, people in their toxic masculinity and masculinity and their toxic view of people, you know, associating gay to be a bad thing limits themselves, because a lot of the people that buy your music, whether you're gay, whether you're straight, whether you're an R&B artist, whether you're a pop artist, whether you're a rap artist, are gay people, men, women especially, well, men especially, gay men and women. So, like, come on, like, ain't nobody, you ain't finna turn gay just from doing a fucking gay pride show. Like, you're getting up there, you're singing your song, and you're getting the fuck out of there. So, that's fine. But what really got the internet a-buzzing, for whatever reason, is because Tank got up there and was talking about when he worked with Kelly Rowland. I believe he worked with her on her first song. Album. But, baby, let me tell you something. The song that I feel like he talking about, that was my song. Woo! That was my song. Okay, it's sexy and everything. I was like, you know, because I love a good slow song. I love a good sex song, whatever. And I was like, yes, give it to me. That was the song that I used to play all the fucking time. Go to the first album, go look for the song. I can't remember the name. Fuck that. Let me look it up. Okay? For somebody to be like, that's your song, but you don't know the name of it. Bitch, fuck you. Okay? But, it's because I haven't really been listening to music like that. I really haven't. I've been listening to the same thing over and over again. Kelly Rowland. Now, Kelly Rowland, I want to understand what the fuck is going on, Miss Kelly. Okay? Miss Kelly. Did they have a song on Simply Deep? Joe Budden. Joe Budden. Joe Budden. No, it's on Miss Kelly. I'm pretty sure it is. That's what it was. Damn, what the song is? The Show. I knew it, and it was in my man too. It was in my man too. The Show. It is sexy, y'all. I love it. But so he basically said, you know, because Nori was like, you work with Beyonce, right? He was like, no, Kelly. And he was like, I did not realize until I worked with her. Mind you, that album came out in 2007. He was like, I did not realize that Kelly was as talented and much of a vocal force as she was until I worked with her. Because, you know, when she was in Destiny Child, the business set up Destiny Child so that Beyonce could be the focal point and Beyonce can get all the attention and all this shit. That's basically what he was saying, okay? And of course the internet was just like, what the fuck are you bringing Beyonce? Because then it became, you know, it became a comparison. The internet took what he said and all of a sudden it's like, fuck Kelly, this Beyonce this, and, you know, or Beyonce overrated and Kelly should have been the one, or Kelly this and Beyonce the one. All this shit, it just got haywire. And I'm sitting here like, damn, did we listen to what he said? Now, like I said, Tank talked too much. He talks too much. But on the one hand, I understood what he was saying, because what he said was not wrong. The business set it up. Matthew set it up. And if you in a group, you're always going to have that one person, the lead singer, that's going to get the most attention because they're the lead singer. But if you know the history of Destiny's Child, regardless of the fact that it was a group of friends that got together, the focal point was on Beyonce. It was set up by her fucking daddy. And I'm like, come on, like, we get it. Like, I'm not going to sit here just because I love me some Beyonce, but we have to be honest. We have to be honest, bitch. And that's part of the reason why I really didn't fuck with Beyonce a little bit back in the day before I became the person that I am now. Because I was like, oh, the bitch going solo. Girl, at one point, it used to bother me that, you know, I was like, damn, can you let somebody else sing, girl? Can you let somebody else sing? And then when she used to get up there and she used to do runs for like 15 years, I'd be like, girl, calm that shit down and let Kelly sing. Can we hear LaToya voice? Can we hear LaToya voice? Because I'm pretty sure they can sing too, you know? But, it was, she the lead singer. That's what happened with all the groups. That's what happened with all the groups. But still, we knew that they can sing because we heard stuff. You know what I'm saying? And he didn't lie. He didn't lie. But at the same time, for him to say that he didn't know the type of force or, you know, what Kelly could really do, as if she hadn't had an album out before that, and she wasn't on a hit song before that time that he worked with her, which was really weird. So I was like, so did you really need to bring that up? And honestly, if you're talking about working with Kelly, you should have just talked about working with Kelly. We didn't even need to bring Beyonce up or whatever. You could have just said we didn't hear much of her in Destiny's Child or whatever, but you didn't need to bring Beyonce up and say, oh, well, the business set her up to do this. Well, that's what happens when you're in a group, okay? It's always going to be that one person that they put all the focus on. That's just what happens, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I just found it really weird that you just found out that she can actually, you didn't go back and listen to her discography because she went solo before that, Beyonce. She had an album out. She had a song, Dilemma, and all that stuff, you know. And if you even go back and you go listen to Destiny's Child, you can hear all of the harmonies. Like, you, bitch, I'm into music too much because when I listen to music, I thoroughly listen to fucking music. I listen to the backgrounds. I listen to the ad-libs. I listen to all the harmonies. I listen to every fucking thing. That's why when people get up on here and they start reviewing stuff or whatever, especially when it comes to artists that sings or whatever, and it's like, how are you reviewing an album and it just literally came out an hour ago? You did not sit with that. You did not take it all the way in to actually give your full opinion about what's going on. No, you listened to it one time and you said, oh, this is trash. No. I said, now, Tank, this what you do when you work with people? I thought you supposed to, but hey, I feel like it really wasn't nothing to get upset about. You know, he could have presented it another way, but at the same time, what he said wasn't wrong. What he said wasn't wrong. And this is a Beyonce fan, and y'all know that. But hey, y'all know how sensitive these stands can be. Congratulations to Teyana Taylor. She won season 7 of The Masked Singer. And let me tell you something. People were really getting on my nerves. I did not watch The Masked Singer this season, but I saw some clips early on. And Teyana Taylor was clearly singing. Now, if you know singers' voices, you would know, especially Teyana Taylor. I know she's not that big and like considered a mainstream girl. So maybe a lot of people, like probably the white folks, whatever, a little bit of age, others, whatever. Us black folks, we probably know. Some of us, okay? Because we up on Teyana. Some of us, you know what I'm saying? But either way, even if you didn't know her, who she was, the people that they was throwing out, bitch, even LaToya Jackson, because I think, Teyana was singing, I think, a Michael Jackson song, and then LaToya Jackson had said, oh, I think it like, it could be Brandy or Monica or Sierra. That's what she said. I said Sierra, and I kept on hearing people saying Brandy or Monica, and I'm sitting here like, now if you ain't never heard Teyana Taylor, like, you heard Monica voice, you heard a Brandy voice, you heard a Sierra voice. Those are 3 different tones, and then you put Teyana Taylor, which is a wholly another tone. I said, now how y'all get that fucking shit confused? Even if you ain't know who the fucking girl was, how y'all say Brandy, Monica, and Sierra of all? What? That don't even go. I said, y'all not real music fans. Y'all not real music fans, okay? But congratulations to Teyana. The Migos, are they done? Are they done? Bitch, it was just this year that I found out that them motherfuckers is all related. Quavo is Takeoff's uncle. I said, what? That's what I just read. I said, what? First of all, I thought Takeoff was older than Quavo. First, because he looked like the old man of the group. He really do. He low-key. He me of the group. I'm going to do what I got to do and get the fuck out. I don't need no spotlight or nothing like that. I'm getting these coins and I'm going, okay? But they put out a little song and they got a little group called Nephew, or it's called Uncle and Few. Okay, because Uncle and Nephew, and, you know, they said love Offset and his little feelings, and he ain't following them no more, you know, so it's a little family drama. Don't nobody care. Moving on from there, now Alec Baldwin, this is another one. Remember when I was talking about the shooting or whatever? Did he speak out about the whole situation where, the top shooting with those black folks getting killed? Because he's been very vocal on a lot of black issues or things that happen with black men. And it's bothering my spirit for right now. Now, you said what you said about Will Smith. Okay. But Chad, you got your little fucked up past. You have a real criminal past. You have a real fucking history of violence. Okay. You really do. And not just because you accidentally killed somebody on set of your movie. But go through his history and you can see the violence in his past. Okay. But he had something to say about that. It was a video of a former NFL football player, Brandon Langley, that had gotten into it with American Airlines, you know, employee. And in the video, I don't know if it's a longer video that shows the spark of the whole situation, the whole confrontation that happened. But in the video that was circulating around, the employee hit Brandon in the face. So therefore, Brandon retaliated. And he said, you see that? You see that? And then he went over there and he knocked his ass out. Alec Baldwin get his ass on the fucking internet and say that because, you know, Brandon got charged with simple assault, the employee got terminated, which he should have. To be honest, which he should have. If that's the start of the whole altercation, the employee started. No matter if it was verbal at first, the employee made it physical in the clip that was shown that I saw. Okay? So therefore, Brandon defended himself. He wasn't wrong in that aspect. Alec Baldwin get up there and said, the guy working at the airport is the real victim because he came to work to do a job, and the other guy with his big mouth, you know, is guilty of workplace abuse, where people come to work with the expectation of safety, even civility, and that he deserves to be put on the no-fly list. Well, baby, we need to ban your ass from all sets because I'm pretty sure the lady that you shot and killed, she came to work expecting safety, expecting to go home. But she didn't. You know, sometimes we just need to be quiet before we open up our mouth about shit, okay? Because our own past, our own shit that's still going on, bro, you can still possibly go to jail. Because I don't know if people trying to charge him with something or whatever, even if it was an accident, if they could prove that it was an accident. Somebody that got something that deep on their heart, okay, on their thing, I would not be opening up my mouth and saying anything. You just been a little bit too vocal, and I'm just not here for it. And then you have to cut your comments off or whatever because people coming at your head. As they should. Hush that shit up, Alec. We ain't forget the fact that the shit that you did to your daughter. Oh no. Oh no. Like, stop that shit. Stop that shit. Candy. Legs and hips and body. She was on Watch What Happened Live this past Sunday with Lil Jon. And they was doing these little questions or whatever. And Andy basically asked, who has the better hits? Who can go hits for hits? Escape versus Destiny Child. Now, if you don't know the little history between Destiny Child and Candy, Candy wrote a couple of songs for Destiny Child that was real big hits. Bills, 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 and probably something else, okay? Can't remember off the top of my head, but that's what it was. Bills, Bills, Bills is very much noticeable, the main one, okay? And we know that, you know, Candy write hits and all that shit, but Lil Jon was like, man, I'm gonna have to go with the OG Escape. You know, I love me some Destiny Child, but I'm gonna have to go with the OG Escape, okay? And so now this sparked the whole big debate. Who could go head to head in hits between Escape and Destiny Child? It's Destiny Child, okay? And it's just not me saying it because I love both of them, but we have to be honest. We have to be honest and we have to be real, okay? Candy didn't say escape. Candy was just sitting there like, oh, okay. You know, it's the same way. Like, they got to stop putting Candy in these fucked up situations, all right? You know, so people can come at her throat, okay? Because it was Lil Jon that said escape. We all know it's Destiny Child. But to be honest, if we want to throw, if we add Candy songwriting credits, it could be a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? But Candy didn't say it. But then Candy was on Speak On It, I think, and Ty was up there talking and calling her the queen of Real Housewives of Atlanta. You know, she's the longest running cast member on there that's been on there without leaving and coming back or whatever, and all this other stuff. Threw Candy the fuck off. Candy didn't say the shit, okay? So now because Ty didn't put that shit out there, people coming at Candy throat. I said, God damn, you know, y'all gotta tell people not to say certain shit, okay? And he was adamant. I mean, support your wife, hype her up, but let's be honest, okay? I ain't gonna say that I mean, it's by your interpretation, because honestly, if you go about what he said, yeah, I mean, she's still on the show, she's still getting shows on or whatever, but I don't know. That's to each his own, to each his own. Van Lathan, I'm gonna need you to calm down too. I don't know what it was, but about this week, but everybody was saying a lot of absurd stuff. He said Brandy and Ray J are our generation of siblings that have an effect on the culture like Michael and Janet. Let me read that. He said Ray J and Brandy are the Michael and Janet of this generation, and to give him another brother and sister combo that means as much to the culture. The only person that means much to the culture in that duo is Brandy. And right now, people acting like they don't even know who the fuck she is. Okay? And I know he said this generation, our generation, yeah, she was the it girl back then. And it was just Brandy, okay? It was just fucking Brandy. It was never Brandy and Ray J. When you compare Michael Jackson and Janet Jackson, both of them have phenomenal fucking careers on their own, okay? Successes of their own. Hits and hits and hits and hits on their own. Brandy got the hits. Brandy got the success. I don't know what the fuck Ray J got up in music. Ray J ain't started coming into his own until a couple of seasons into Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. Okay? And we still don't take that motherfucker serious. So no, let's not do that. Bitch, I would rather you say Beyonce and Solange, okay? I would rather you say, girl, somebody else. But you say brother and sister. But shit, bitch, can we stop the comparing and contrast? Can we stop the comparing and contrast? And I don't even know if we could really say Beyonce and Solange because, you know, Solange got her little thing or whatever. But she always gonna be, regardless, and I hate it, she always gonna be Beyonce's little sister. But she got more success than Ray J in the music industry, if you ask me. If you ask me, okay? But, meaning that people take her more seriously, take her music more seriously than Ray J. Because let's be honest, who the fuck is fiending for a Ray J album? Nobody. I ain't never heard nobody say, oh, I can't wait till that next Ray J come out. What is that Ray J? I want one wish, and that one wish I want is another Ray J album. The only songs that I know from fucking Ray J is Wait a Minute and Sexy Can I and One Wish. That's it. Them three songs. Them three songs in his whole whatever time he was up in. So anyway, moving on from that. Moving on from that. Stacey Abram won the Democratic nomination for Georgia governor. Congratulations to her. Hopefully she gets it. Gets the governorship. Okay, this time they get it right this time. Pepsi decided to step away from the Super Bowl, from sponsoring it after this last year. I don't know what the issue is. I think they're just trying to go into another direction, more digital focused or whatever. And they said something about, you know, people not really looking at, you know, TV and shit like that. So I don't know. I don't know. But the Super Bowl, the NFL, they already eyeing some other people that's coming in. They'll be all right. These rich people problems ain't got shit to do with us. And shout out to Lil' Kim. Lil' Kim said that there is a biopic in the works for her, and her memoir is coming too. I will be buying the memoir, okay? I will be reading that bitch, you know. Y'all know I love me some Lil' Kim. It's always been Lil' Kim over everything. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck because Lil' Kim is what I grew up on. I grew up on Lil' Kim and Foxy fucking Brown, bitch. And that's what it's gonna stay. Okay? That is what it's gonna stay. Argue with your mama, bitch. Because Lil' Kim was that bitch back in the day. I don't give a fuck. She may not be all that right now. And not because that she ain't got it. It's just that I don't know what the fuck is going on. Okay? But back in the day, bitch, when she was out, she reigned supreme, bitch. Okay? But, that's gonna be hot. That's gonna be hot. Anyway, you guys tell me how you feel. You guys enjoy the rest of y'all week, please. Please, just with all this mess that's been going on, just reach out to your loved ones, okay? If you got issues going on, and I know somebody gonna be like, well, bitch, you just said this at the beginning of the video. Fuck me, okay? Fuck me, because that's not something I'm finna roll over on. Because at this point, y'all don't know the. Let me get off. Reach out to your people, okay? Love on your people. Try to fix it if it can be fixed. Don't worry about my situation because it can't be. Not at this moment. I'm not ready to do that. But yeah, take my advice. Don't do like me, but take my advice, okay? And I'll see y'all later. Peace.